Hi, Burbank, number 12. Slowly, the god Hercules. So in music, slowly is adagio, also lento. Hector Berlioz composed his own version of Dido's farewell aria, where Dido bids farewell to her lover and her proud city before taking her own life. The aria moves at a solemn adagio. The large score includes a sax horn, a North African goblet drums, and a sistrum, as well as a thunder machine. So I thought that was interesting given what the thunder said. And opera's most famous depiction of these star-crossed lovers is Henry Purcell's Dido and Aeneas, known for Dido's heartbreaking lament, "When I am laid in earth." Why is that relevant? Well, Aeneas was essentially a depiction of the Roman Hercules, and Caesar's chosen heir, his great nephew Augustus, with suggestions of divine authority, but I think maybe a hint that it was false, perhaps. So from the Aeneid we have: "Now fix your sight and stand intent to see your Roman race and Julian progeny. The mighty Caesar waits his vital hour, impatient for the word and grasps his promised power. But next behold the youth of form divine, Caesar himself exalted in his line, Augustus, promised oft and long foretold." Was it? I don't know, I haven't had time to look into it. But really slowly, I picked 3 of the references to the word slowly from the Aeneid. "But grovelling in the dust, her parts and sound she trails, so slowly to the port the centaur tends." The centaur is a ship, a vessel. "But what she wants in oars with sails amends, yet for his galley save the grateful prince is pleased the happy chief to recompense." Another one: "The leaky vessel groans beneath the weight, slowly she sails and scarcely stems the tides. The pressing water pours within her sides, his passengers at length are wafted over, exposed in muddy weeds upon the miry shore." Reminiscent of the leaky vessel and womb analogy, I think. "Slowly he moves and at his altar stands with eyes dejected," maybe that relates to the eyes later, "and trembling hands, and while he mutters undistinguished prayers, a livid deadness in his cheeks appears." So I thought that reference to the leaky vessel might relate to 2 Timothy 2:20-21. "A large house contains not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and clay. Some indeed are for honourable use, but others are for common use. So if anyone cleanses himself of what is unfit, he will be a vessel for honour, sanctified, useful to the master, and prepared for every good work." So next we have "had left him that had loved him well." Struggled with this a bit. So left, as I mentioned yesterday, is sinister, could relate to sin, the moon. I found a line, "sinister and sickly youth," by Ronald Syme, but I think that was after the publication of this poem. So I think maybe it just relates to possibly leaving a city, but there's probably more. In the Aeneid, in relation to sinister, I found: "So Sirius flashing forth sinister lights, pale humankind with plagues and with dry famine fright." So there's like behold a pale horse, I guess. So Sirius often linked with Isis, I believe. So the leaving of a female, but also leaving a city. The horses under the axle tree I mentioned briefly yesterday. Horses' heads in the tower, but I will continue.